decided to make their debut as well.
Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Kim, and in this session we'll be doing 60 minutes of Vinyasa yoga. And Vinyasa basically is a form of yoga in which we move breath to movement. That is, every movement that we do is linked to either an inhale or an exhale. And another definition of Vinyasa is to place in a special way. So again, we specially place our breath with a movement. And this sequence in particular is a great staple sequence, which includes many foundational postures in the Hatha Yoga Pradipika. And so during this session, you'll be able to learn the alignment of these postures, which will help you in many other Vinyasa or Hatha Yoga practices that you'd like to try. And so you can take the session to learn it. You can also return to refresh. And you can also do this sequence consistently. And in doing so, you'll be able to build a pretty solid foundation for your yoga practice. I cue to all levels in the session, so please choose the options and the variations that are most conducive to your success today. Every day is different. So if one day you want to take it more easy, perhaps you use props to help you, or you can use your knees down. Those are just some examples. Or if you're looking to deepen and you feel a little more strong and empowered, you can also modify by adding extra push-ups or widening your stances. Again, those are just a few options that you can take. But a lot of the practice is listening to your body, so do so, be kind to yourself, practice Ahimsa, which is nonviolence. Whether you can or cannot do a posture, whether you go deep or not deep, practice kindness to yourself. Just showing up is enough, as I always say. And thank you for choosing to practice yoga. Also, thank you to all of you who have been leaving comments and who have subscribed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We've reached 300 subscribers, and I am so honored and humbled that you've chosen to practice with me. And I look forward to more with you. We're just getting started. And with all that said, let's begin our practice. Balasana, child's pose. Draw your big toes to touch. Open your knees as wide as your mat. Send your hips towards your heels as you extend your arms forward and rest your forehead down. Begin to settle into your space, attuning to your breath, in and out through your nose. Throughout this session, you're more than welcome to come back to child's pose. You need to take a little breather, a little break to reground. And let's take 3 cleansing breaths together. Inhale, fill up. Open your mouth, exhale. Again, inhale. Open mouth, exhale. Last, inhale. And exhale. Keep your lips sealed. Begin to cultivate Ujjayi breath or victorious breath. In and out through your nose, a slight restriction in the back of your throat. To sound like, sort of like an ocean sound, like you're fogging up a glass. This breath helps clear our mind and calm our mind, steady our focus, and also helps build internal heat. And then inhale, come up to all fours, tabletop, stack your shoulders over your wrists, hips over your knees. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, send your gaze up to the sky, tailbone up. Exhale, cat, round your spine, chin to your chest, tailbone down. Breath to movement, inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Keep going, your breath, your movement. Warming up the spine and connecting to our breath. One more round, please. Good. Inhale, neutral spine, tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips up and back. Nice. Feet are hip width distance apart. Plant your hands shoulder width distance apart. And then spread your fingers wide and grip your mat like you're gripping a basketball. This is Hasta Bandha, or hand lock. Send your gaze towards your navel, your belly. An option to bend your knees in order to lengthen your spine. But as you practice more and you get more flexibility, start to elongate the backs of your legs as well. Good, and then look between your hands and walk your feet behind your wrist at the top of your mat. Uttanasana Ragdoll. Feet are hip width distance or wider. And reach for opposite elbows, hang heavy. You can choose movement or stillness. Just set the intention to decompress through your spine with the exhales. Good, and then release your hands to the earth. Toe heel your big toes to touch, a little space between your heels. Inhale, halfway lift your spine, hands to your shins or the earth. Exhale, fold back down. Tuck your chin into your chest, and on a slow inhale, roll up to stand, bone by bone. Take your time. Head and neck arrive last. At the top, inhale, roll your shoulders up to your ears, and exhale, draw them down towards your back. Samastitihi. Standing at attention, press your hands to your heart center for Anjali Mudra. Touch the thumbs to your sternum. And let's do one round of Om. Inhale. Om. Gently blink your eyes open if they closed. Surya Namaskar A, Sun A. Inhale, sweep your arms wide and up, touch your palms above your head, mountain pose, Tadasana. Exhale, fold over your legs, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift your spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, high plank, plant your palms, step your feet to the back of your mat. Pull your belly button towards your spine and again grip your mat, Hasta Bandha. Either stay here or inhale, hinge forward 2 inches. Exhale, bend your elbows, lower your chest halfway, Chaturanga, low plank. Untuck your toes, inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, roll over your toes, send your hips up and back. And breathe. You're always welcome to skip those vinyasas or modify, either putting your knees down or maybe even adding extra push-ups. Depends on your practice today. Okay, one more breath here. Inhale. And exhale, release. Step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift spine. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, mountain pose, Tadasana, reach wide and up. Samastitihi, exhale, hands by your side. Let's flow one more time. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift spine. Exhale, step or hop back, Chaturanga, low plank. Exhale fully. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Nice. 3 breaths. Exhale 1. Exhale 2. And exhale 3. Step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, mountain pose, reach wide and up. Exhale, Samastitihi. Second one, Sun B. Inhale, Utkatasana or chair pose. Bend your knees. At the same time, reach your hands high to the sky. Keep breathing here. With chair pose, you can set your feet hip width distance. This is more supportive for your back. Or you can draw your big toes to touch. Whatever you choose, draw your heels down and away from each other. Ground down and take a breath in. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold and release. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, Vinyasa, step or hop back. Move through your flow. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, three-legged dog, sweep your right leg up towards the sky, flex the foot, level off your hips. Exhale, knee to nose, hinge forward to high plank, and then look between your hands and step your foot between your hands. Ground your back heel down about 45 degrees, and on an inhale, rise up to Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Touch your palms above your head, and keep breathing. Stack your front knee over your front ankle, and both heels are grounded on the earth. So use your back heel to steer left hip forward, right hip back to work on squaring the hips forward. Doesn't need to be perfect. Good, and then inhale, look up to your palms, stretch. Exhale, Warrior 2. Keep your front knee where it is, and just widen your stance by lengthening your left heel back. Good. Extend your arms out in opposite directions and gaze beyond your right fingertips. Externally rotate your right knee out and away. Keep your legs as they are. Inhale, reverse warrior. Sweep your left hand to your back leg. Right hand sweeps up and then back, like you're high-fiving the back. Good. Stretch to your right side. Keep breathing. Front knee stays over the front ankle. Stretch through your right side. Inhale. And exhale. Cartwheel your hands all the way down. Vinyasa. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, three-legged dog. Extend your left heel to the sky. Again, rotate the left toes towards the earth. And then exhale, knee to nose. Hinge forward to high plank. Look between your hands and step your foot between your hands using your core. Ground your back heel down about 45 degrees. And then inhale, rise up to Warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1. Touch your palms above your head and gaze up. Keep breathing. Front knee over your front ankle. Again, working to square the hips and square the chest. Mountain in the upper body. Inhale. Exhale, Warrior 2. Keep your front knee where it is. Open your hips to the side. So now the hips are open and squared to your right side. Good. Extend arms to opposite directions. Close the fingertips and look beyond your left hand. Steady focus. This is called drishti, or gaze. Keep the legs as they are. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach your right hand to your back leg. Left hand sweeps up and back. Keep breathing. Make sure you maintain the warrior in your legs. This is Parivrita Virabhadrasana. Parivrita is revolved. Inhale, stretch to your left side. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down. Vinyasa. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now we'll flow back to movement through our sun B. Inhale, look forward. Step, hop, or jump. Forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Sit low, reach high. Exhale, Samastitihi, stand at attention. Utkatasana, inhale, sit low. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift into your Vinyasa. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, extend your right heel to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Step your foot between your palms. Warrior 1, inhale, reach high. Exhale, Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, Vinyasa, take it home. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, sweep your left leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, step through. Ground your back heel down. Inhale, Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. Exhale, Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Parivrtta Virabhadrasana, inhale, sweep your left hand. Exhale, Vinyasa. Move with your breath like a wave. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good, now look between your hands and step or hop through Navasana boat pose. Have a seat. Bend your knees and plant your toes onto the earth and lean more into your sit bones. You can grab for the backs of the thighs in the beginning. Notice your core, plug in your belly, and then lift maybe one toe or both. Option to stay here, option to free the arms by the sides, palms face each other. For the full expression, option to lengthen the legs. Gaze up towards your toes and lift the chest. Keep breathing, here for 2. And 1. Separate the heels hip width distance, plant them down. Plant your hands about a foot behind you and then inhale, lift your hips up to the sky, reverse tabletop. Exhale, release your hips back down. Second set, Navasana. Lift the legs, set the gaze high, open chest, here for 1, 2, and 3. Separate the heels, plant them down, hands behind you. Inhale, reverse tabletop. Exhale, release the hips down. Last set, Navasana. Lift up, here for 1. Stay with the breath. 2, getting stronger. And 3, cross the legs, plant the palms, and step or hop back into Vinyasa or straight to down dog. Nice work, everyone. Downward facing dog. Take a moment here, take a breath in. Open mouth, exhale. Let's do horse's breath, fluttering the lips on the exhale. Inhale. Let's do that one more time. Very good. Come back to Ujjayi breath, in and out through your nose, and we move on. Inhale, 3-legged dog, extend your right heel. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. This time, keep your back heel lifted, and then make sure your feet are hip width distance apart, maybe even wider. Good, and then inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Lift your upper body over your hips, just like mountain pose, and keep breathing here. Strong back leg, press firmly into your toes and your back heel. Micro bend your back knee to neutralize your hips, so pull your belly in. Maintain this neutrality as you slowly straighten your back leg. Ooh. Good, keep your front knee over your front ankle. And take a breath in. Exhale, draw your hands to your heart center. Inhale, hinge your chest forward like a halfway lift. Exhale, twist to your right. Draw your left elbow towards your right knee and gaze over. Option to lower your back knee to focus on the twist. But whatever you choose, press your thumbs closer towards your heart and keep your back legs super strong and active. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Again, inhale. Exhale. Look down towards your mat and then release your hands to the inside of your right foot. Lizard lunge. Toe heel your right foot towards the outside of your mat, maybe the top corner of your mat, so that your ankle is in front of your knee. So protect your knee joint. And then you can stay upright for a few breaths, more active, or lower your back knee, untuck the toes, and or lower down to your elbows. You can use a block here as well. A few breaths here to stretch your hips. Just get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Know that you are safe here, despite any discomfort and challenge, physically, mentally. And stay with the breath. Good, and if you lower down onto your palms, gently press back up. And then step your right foot back to meet the left for a high plank. Draw your big toes to touch. Create one strong leg. And then lean into your left palm. Roll over into the knife edge of your left foot. Vashisthasana, side plank. There's always option to use your knee onto the earth or lower to forearm. But look down to your palm. Make sure your shoulder is over your wrist. This will... Good. And then reach towards the opposite direction using your strong side body. Last breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Chaturanga, low plank. Move through your vinyasa. Inhale, up dog, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Good, and the other side, inhale, extend your left heel to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your foot between your palms. Again, set up your foundation, feet hip-width distance, sort of like on train tracks, rather than a tightrope. And then inhale, rise up, Anjaneyasana, crescent lunge. Arms above the head, just like mountain pose. And steady gaze straight ahead. Keep breathing. Pull your left hip back, right hip forward. Belly up in towards your spine, Uddiyana Bandha or ab lock. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Inhale, hinge your chest forward, long spine. Exhale, twist to your left. Hook your right elbow towards your left knee and gaze over. Again, option to lower your back knee to focus on twist. At every inhale, lengthen the spine. And every exhale, twist. Good. Again. Inhale, look down towards your mat. And exhale, release your hands to the inside of your left foot. Lizard lunge. Toe heel your left foot forward and towards the left corner of your mat so your ankle is in front of your knee. Again, to protect the knee and optimize stretch. For a few breaths here, you can stay upright, same options, or lower down to your knee and or your elbows. I encourage you to choose the same option if you're new to your practice. As on the side, this will help you recognize the differences in your left and right side. However, if you've studied your body enough and you know maybe one side is tighter than the other, then you can adjust accordingly. Okay, stay with the breath, conscious breathing. Just be with every breath. The mind wanders and gets distracted, that's okay. Just come back to your practice, your breath, you're here. Good, if you lower down on your palms, gently press back up onto your palms. Step your left foot back to meet the right high plank, and then toe heel your feet to touch for a strong leg. Vashisthasana, side plank, lean into your right hand this time. Roll over to the knife edge of your right foot, and then sweep your left hand to the sky. Again, option to lower your bottom knee or your forearm down for more support. Again, make sure your right shoulder is over your wrist. In general, you'd like to stack your joints as much as possible to alleviate any unnecessary strain on them. Okay, last breath here. And exhale, Vinyasa, Chaturanga, low down. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, back bend. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. Good, and then look forward, step, hop, or jump to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down. Chair pose, Utkatasana, reach high. And take a breath in, inhale. Exhale, eagle, swing your left arm underneath the right. Good, if you do the bind, do the bind. You can also do bear hug. And then lean into your right leg, maintaining the chair in your right leg. Lift your left leg up and over the right. You can use your toes as a kickstand to help balance, or wrap your foot around, or try to wrap around. Whatever you choose, squeeze your arms, squeeze your legs together, and think chair pose in your legs and mountain in your spine. Good. Lift your elbows in line with your shoulders and find one point of focus, your drishti, straight beyond your forearms, like an eagle. Focus. Good, and then inhale, unravel, mountain pose. Shake the arms, shake the legs. Allow the freshly oxygenated blood to flow back into your body. Thank you, thank you. Good, and then exhale, have a seat into chair once again. Swing your right arm underneath this time. Again, you can do bear hug or the bind. Lift your elbows in line with your shoulders and then lean into your left leg, maintaining the chair. And lift your right leg up and over your left leg. Again, you can use your toes as a kickstand or wrap around for a bind. But the important thing is to compress the legs and arms together, creating a tourniquet effect. Sit low into your chair as you lift your shoulders over hips like a mountain. And steady focus, steady breath. Good, and then inhale, mountain pose, unravel the legs, the arms, shake them out, shake them out. Samastitahi, exhale. Vrikshasana, tree pose. Draw your hands to your heart center, Anjali Mudra. And then lean into your right side. Maintain the mountain in your right side as you lift your left toes using your belly. Knee in line with your hip. And then open your knee out to the left and place your foot either to your ankle, calf, or thigh. You can also use your toes as a kickstand. Make your choice, and then once you have it, press everything to your midline, your center, your foot into your leg, leg into foot, hands into each other, and center the mind as well. Find one point of focus to concentrate, dharana. And keep breathing. Option to stay here, option to express and expand through the arms. Good, stand tall like a tree, steady roots, steady growth. And if you expressed yourself, gently guide your hands back to heart center. Pull your knee back, center chest. Exhale, release the foot back down to earth. Other side, lean into your left side body. Maintain mountain and left side as you lift your right leg up. Using your belly, stand tall. And then draw your knee out to the side and place your foot either to earth, ankle, calf, or thigh. Just avoid the knee joint. So our knee joints move forward and back. We want to avoid putting pressure side to side. Okay? And then again, once you have your variation, press everything to your center, legs, hands, mind. Again, option to stay or option to express. You do the same thing, maybe something different. Good. If you express yourself, gently guide your hands back to your heart center. Knee back to center, and then foot back to earth. Samastitahi. Okay. Feel your feet on the earth, ground down. Thank you, thank you. Keep your right leg forward, swing your left leg out to the side for warrior two. Re-engage, front knee over ankle. Feet are about a leg's length distance. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, extended side angle pose. Extend your spine forward and lower your right hand down towards the earth, left hand towards the sky. You can always use your hand on a block, but use more weight onto your leg rather than your hand, using your left side body, kind of like that side plank. Good. Gaze up towards your left hand, if that's okay with your neck. And then inhale, rise back up to stand. Straighten your right leg. Then exhale, Trikonasana triangle pose. Extend your spine forward once again and lower your right hand down, left hand to the sky. Good. Just gently guide your right hip underneath. Pivot your left hip forward, right hip under. And then gently open twist your left shoulder back so your shoulders are stacked. Again, just like side plank. All right, steady the breath, gazes towards your left hand. And then inhale, rise back up to stand. Pivot your toes to face the back of your mat so your left leg is now forward, right foot is at an angle. Warrior two towards the back. Settle down into your warrior two legs. Then inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, extended side angle pose. Reach forward, lower left hand down, right hand to sky. And gaze up towards your right hand. Again, option for block under left hand. But use your back heel strong as an anchor to stretch through your right side. This is Uttita Parshvokonasana. Nice. And then inhale, rise back up to stand. Straighten your left leg. And then exhale, tuck your left hip under, right hip forward. Extend your spine forward for triangle. Lower left hand down, right hand to sky. Again, gaze up towards your right hand. And strong side body core, 360 core to support. Steady with the breath. Good, and then inhale, rise back up to stand. Then rotate your left toes to face inward. So our feet are pigeon-toed now, so toes facing each other. And then draw your hands to your hips, inhale. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana, fold over your legs. Plant your hands in line with your feet. Then inhale, halfway lift your spine. Exhale, fold down. Stretch through the legs, stretch through the hips, the back, and stretch through the mind. Be a few breaths here. You can stay or perhaps practice inversion, headstand, handstand. But know that technically we're already inverted by having our heart more elevated than our head. A few more breaths here. Good. Wherever you are, return back down. Hands in line with your legs. Inhale, halfway lift. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, rise back up to stand. Hands to the hips. Exhale. Inhale, extend the arms out wide. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind you for chest expansion. Inhale, puff up the chest, look up. Exhale, fold over the legs with the bind. Prasarita Padottanasana C. Good. Keep breathing here. Arms are straight. Reach your palms away from you. At the same time, relax the shoulders. Good. Soften through the throat, the jaw. Nice. And then inhale, rise up, strong back to stand. Exhale, Samastitihi, step or hop to the top of the mat. Good, and then Parshvottanasana, swing your right leg back to the back of your mat. Then pivot all 10 toes to face the back of your mat. So right leg is forward, left foot is at a slight angle, about 45 degrees. Hands onto your hips, and then pull your right hip back, left hip forward to square off. Inhale, halfway lift the spine. Exhale, lower your chest halfway. Keep pulling right hip back, left hip forward. You can either stay here, it's a great place to stay. Or exhale, fold over your legs. Hands can frame your foot or keep your hands on your hips. Eventually the forehead will reach the shin, then the nose, then the chin. Wherever you are is just enough. Just keep breathing into the back of your right leg. Good, and then inhale, rise back up to stand. Pivot onto your heels so that you're facing the front of your mat now. Left foot is forward, right foot is now at a slight angle. Hands onto the hips, pull your left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Keep the length as you exhale, hinge forward halfway. Keep pulling left hip back, right hip forward, and either stay here or exhale, fold down, Parshvottanasana. Again, you can always release your hands to the earth or keep your hands to hips. Whatever you choose, stay with your breath and release into the back of your left leg. Good, inhale, rise back up to stand. Samastitahi, step or hop to the top of the mat. Now we flow down to the mat. Inhale, Tadasana, reach wide and up. Exhale, Uttanasana, fold and release. Inhale, half a lift. Exhale, Vinyasa. Option is head straight to down dog. We meet downward facing dog. Good, and then look forward, step or hop through to a seat. And demonstrate crow pose real quick. Crow pose is arm balance. I like to start crow pose in a halfway lift, feet are hip width distance. Then plant your hands directly underneath your shoulders, just as if you were doing a chaturanga or plank. Spread the fingers wide, hasta bandha, hand lock. And then bend your elbows back towards your knees. Notice if the elbows want to splay outwards, gently guide them back in towards each other. And then lift your heels, bend your elbows, and find a place onto your triceps for your knees. It could be on your elbows, just anywhere on the backs of your arms. And then look slightly forward. This will help you go forward. If you look down, you'll fall down. So look where you want to go. And then maybe begin to lean forward more and more into your palms, keeping your belly in and engaged. And then once you've find trust and lean more into your hands, maybe you start to play with lifting one toe, maybe the other. Eventually you'll get both. If you have both, just steady the breath. Keep your gaze at one point to concentrate, balance. You got this. Nice. We'll do about a minute here to play. A little bit of playtime. Okay, be kind to yourself. Main thing is to continue the focus of your belly. It's a lot of arm work, yes, but a lot of the work is also in the core and in the mind space. So notice the conversation you may be having with yourself. If you're done playing, we'll meet in child's pose. Nice. Child's pose, balasana. If you're not already there, settle in once again. Allow yourself to reconnect to breath. Acknowledge how far you've come just in this session. And then let it go. Let go of what happened, what you've done, what you haven't done, what is to come. Just return to this moment, into your space. Thank you, thank you. Good, and then inhale, come up to tabletop. Tuck your toes under, exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, half pigeon pose. Draw your right knee towards your right wrist and lower your shin down to the earth. Lower your back knee, untuck the toes, and stay upright a few breaths to stretch the front of your left hip. If you have sensitive hips, you can sit on a block or blanket under your right hip. If you feel any pain, take this variation on your back. Figure 4, I'll show here. It's the same stretch. If you're in half pigeon pose, exhale, find sleeping pigeon, lower down onto your elbows, forehead, block. And so redirect the stretch to your outer right hip. And perhaps you still feel it in your left hip. Just acknowledge your experience. Wherever you are is enough. Just breathe into the hips, relax, release. You're okay. Just imagine there's a lung in your right hip. As you inhale, space. As you exhale, release. Good. Sleeping pigeons, gently press yourself back up onto your palms. Tuck your back toes under, inhale, sweep your right leg up and back, shake it out, open the hip. Thank you leg, thank you hip. And then exhale, downward facing dog, stretch out the legs. Inhale, sweep your left leg up to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, half pigeon, reach your left knee towards your left wrist, lower the shin to the earth. Lower your back knee, untuck toes, and again observe this side. Our sides are inevitably different, so perhaps this side is more open, so you can go further, or maybe it's tighter, so maybe you need to adjust differently. Just attune to whatever you need. And again, if you're not sure, do the same thing you did on the other side, and you'll be able to tell. If you did figure 4 on the other side, just switch sides. And then if you're in pigeon, lower down into sleeping pigeon. Observe what you're feeling in your body. They say feel it to heal it, whatever it is. So acknowledge whatever comes up physically, mentally. Acknowledge it, thank it, and allow it to release with the exhale. Always returning to the breath. Releasing into the hips with every exhale. Good. Sleeping pigeons, press back up onto your palms, lift up. Everyone, tuck your back toes and sweep your left leg up to the sky. Shake it out, open up the hip. Thank you, thank you. And we all meet downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. It's the last of class, so observe. Again, acknowledge how far we've come with gratitude. And look forward, step or hop through to a seat. Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Draw the soles of your feet to touch, bend your knees, and open your knees wide. And draw your feet as close as possible to your hips. Eventually, they will reach your hips. Good. Wherever you are, inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, keep the length in your spine, hinge from your hips, and fold forward. Once you find the depth in your hips, then you can round and fold even more. Use your elbows to help facilitate opening the hips. And on the exhale, use your exhale to ask your hips permission to open and release. Inhale, lift back your spine back up. And exhale, release your legs. Plant the heels onto the earth, hip width distance, and then find your way onto your back. We'll do 2 rounds of back bend. First round is bridge pose. Feet are hip width distance, hands towards your heels. Then inhale, lift your hips up to the sky, roll your tailbone forward towards your knees. Option to interlace your fingers underneath for chest expansion. And press your legs and your arms down to lift your hips, stretch your front body. Soften through the throat, the jaw, the eyes. And open up through your heart. Good. Exhale, release the bind and free your spine back to the earth. Windshield wiper the legs side to side, and we'll do a second set, back bend. You can either do the same thing, bridge pose. You can do supported bridge with a block or blanket underneath your hips. If you have wheel in your practice, plant your hands by your ears, fingers towards your shoulders, spread the fingers wide, again, Hasta Bandha. And then inhale, lift up to the crown of your head. On the exhale, lengthen your legs and lengthen your arms. Gaze towards the earth, soften through the back. Use your legs, use your arms, relax the shoulders. And stay with the breath. You got this, good. Whatever variation you have, gently release back down to the earth. Pull your knees into your chest and rock side to side. Thank you back. Thank you for all you can do and can't do. And then roll over to your right side and gently press yourself up to a seat. Extend your legs forward for Paschimottanasana, forward fold, seated forward fold. Shimmy side to side to free your sit bones, and then inhale, lengthen your spine, arms above your head. Again, keep the length as you exhale, hinge from your hips. Once you find the depth of your hips, then you can round forward and fold. Stay with the breath, complete the exhales into the backs of your legs. Perhaps you can reach for your calves, ankles, feet, eventually your wrists. You can also use a strap here. But stay with the breath. Every inhale, lengthen the spine. Every exhale, fold. The deep stretch into our entire back body. Good, about halfway. For the last half, just stay exactly where you are. No going forward or back. Just be wherever you are. Relax the head, the neck. Good. Last exhale, complete. Exhale, empty. Inhale, halfway lift the spine, and exhale, release the posture. Ardha Matsyendrasana, half Lord of the Fish pose. Keep your left leg extended, bend your right knee, and plant your foot close towards your hips. Either stay here or cross your right foot outside of your left knee. And option to stay here, or option to bend your left knee underneath. You can try it, and if that doesn't feel right, you can re-extend the left leg. Good, and then plant your right hand to your low back. Inhale, lengthen your left hand to the sky, lengthen the spine. And exhale, twist to your right. Hook your left elbow outside of your right knee. Gaze over your shoulder. Ground down through both sit bones. And every inhale, lengthen the spine. And every exhale, twist. Good, one more. Last breath in. And exhale, release the twist. Free your left leg if it was folded under, and then free your right leg to meet the left. Shake them out, shake them out. Good, and then keep your right leg extended. Bend your left knee and pull your left heel towards your hip. Either stay here or cross your left ankle outside of your right knee. Good. Again, you can stay here or bend your right knee underneath so your heel is towards your left glute. Again, you can try. You can always change. Plant your left hand back behind you and then inhale, lengthen the spine, lengthen your right hand up. Exhale, twist to your left. Hook your right elbow outside of left knee. Gaze over. Again, balance through both sit bones. Pull your left shoulder behind you. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. One more, please. Good. Inhale. And exhale, release the twist. If you folded your right leg, re-extend the right leg. And then re-extend the left leg to meet the right. Shake out the legs. Thank you. Nice. And we'll take seated pose for breath and meditation. You can either take Padmasana, full lotus pose, half Padmasana, half lotus, or Sukhasana, easy pose, cross your legs. And take Jnana Mudra, touch the flat part of your index fingers and thumbs together. Rest your palms onto your thighs. And gently gaze softly to the tip of your nose. Slightly tuck your chin towards your chest and breathe with sound. On the exhale, engage Mula Bandha or root lock. This is the awareness at the base of your spine. Maintain that as you inhale and exhale. If you lose it, re-engage on the exhale. A few more breaths here. And let's do Nadi Shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. With your right hand, place your pointer finger and middle finger down. Using your right thumb, close your right nostril. Through your left nostril, inhale. Close the left, exhale right. Through the right, inhale. Left, exhale. Again, inhale left. Exhale right. Through the right, inhale. Left, exhale. Inhale left. Exhale right. Right, inhale. Left, exhale. Last, inhale left. Exhale right. Right, inhale. Left, exhale. Release your hands onto your thighs and breathe through both nostrils. Just observe this peaceful state after alternate nostril breathing. Any pranayama practice helps clear and cleanse and calm the mind. Adishodhana in particular helps balance our left and right sides, yin yang energies, masculine, feminine. And maintaining this sense of ease, unravel your legs and find your way onto your back for Shavasana, corpse pose. Extend your legs long, arms long by your side. You can set up any props that you'd like. And make any adjustments to lay comfortably. Release control of your breath. Just allow your breath to be as it is. When you happen to notice an exhale, soften through the body, even just a little more. Relax the legs, the arms, the eyes, the jaw, and the mind. Soften with the exhale. We'll be here for a few minutes. Soak up all the benefits of our practice. 95% of the class is undoing old conditionings, patterns, and downloading new adaptive mechanisms. And the 5%, our Shavasana meditation, is where we install those updates and really take in all the benefits of our work. So enjoy here. I'll guide you out when it's time. And take a soft inhalation through your nose. Relax, exhale. Slightly deeper inhale. Relax, exhale. Full breath in and full breath out. Awaken your physical body, wiggling the toes, fingers, eyebrows. And reach your arms overhead for good morning, good evening, whatever time of day it is, stretch. Bend your knees and roll over to your right side for a fetal position. This is our transition from the death of our practice, corpse pose, to our practice off our mat, rebirth. And gently press yourself up to a seat, Sukhasana. Sit with a tall spine, and once you arrived, reconnect your hands to your heart center for Anjali Mudra. Remembering our divine offering we have both on our mats and in our lives, towards ourselves and towards each other. Thank you, thank you, thank you for sharing your presence and practicing yoga. Truly makes a difference. And thank you to all our teachers and their teachers. The lineage of this practice, all it offers our lives and the lives around us. Thank you, thank you, thank you. May the merits of our practice benefit all everywhere. And let's pray for peace, ease, and freedom from suffering for all beings everywhere. Together, inhale. Om. samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Loka samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Loka samastaha sukhino bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Touch your thumbs to the space between your eyebrows, or seat of intuition, and bow forward to seal in our practice, recognizing the light within ourselves and each other. I see you, I see me. When you're in that place in you and I'm in this place in me, we are together, we are one. That's yoga. Namaste.